There's no one better than you in the
You'd
game.
like
Like that's
shove
what
them out of the woodwork.
yeah, that's what I liked about Hearthstone and whatnot is when I was learning Hearthstone, I could, turn on Trump or Crip
Yeah.
or Hafu or any one of those people and actually watch someone better than me. I can't really turn on Infinity Wars and watch anyone, and the people that I can watch are generally not better than me.
Yeah. No, totally, totally. It's a problem, and it's one that I hope in the future gets corrected. I'm going to close some of these windows.
You have a couple seconds left. I'm extending the turn
No,
for
I
you.
swear, you're good, you're good. Just let it
Okay.
roll. I'll roll with the punches. I
I
didn't
just put
use,
an extra minute on the clock for you,
I
so.
didn't use all my resources, so I'm fine. Let's see here. Gotta save them for next turn, you know. Is Nexus streaming right now? Ah, shit. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to like. It's fine.
Oh, you probably won't overstream him
Exactly,
anyway. I
because
mean, you
Nexus
can
is
just make a
huge. It's
highlight
fine.
for it.
Yeah. It's a shame that I started streaming midway through this game because there's already been a lot of interesting exile nonsense so far this game.
Well, there was a good wholesale slaughter. I don't know how interesting that is, but
Like it could not have. I guess it. No, that whole slaughter was pretty ideal actually. Like of all the things it could have hit. Um. Yeah, it's fine. Do it. All right. And yeah, that's fine. What if I dissensioned your infested knight? How would you feel about that?
I mean, you'd have to be able to target it first.
I guess it doesn't target in the support zone. It's a sham. Oh well. There's a couple plays I can make this turn. It's actually kind of interesting.
I mean, the obvious one is Calamity.
Certainly, but you know, I could always just dissension them. Dissension all of them. All right.
Dissension, actually, on all of those plays more into my hand than into yours, just because it puts creatures in my graveyard,
Yeah.
which is kind of what I want at this point in this game.
Yeah. No, I mean the obvious was calamity. Yeah. Trying to figure out my audio settings. Would you like say something insulting?
No, I can say something insulting if you'd like.
Yeah. Alright. That's good. Um. Yes. Okay. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Got him, coach. Alright.
I mean, and then this is just how this game plays out here. It's, I play creatures, you kill my creatures, they go into my
You have
grave.
the resources to make a play.
I know, but I don't have the right cards yet.
Yeah. Well,
So that's
that's a
just what
shame.
it is. It's just waiting for the right cards.
If I had a higher calling, that last turn could have been funny. It wouldn't have been good for me still, but it would have been funny.
A higher calling in those purities.
No, in general, like against the swarm of tokens. Like
Mm.
you aren't a player that will make the decision of spawning all of the tokens at once against the deck that had higher calling to begin with. So you wouldn't run into the Z ascended higher calling plays. You know
Yeah.
those are fun. This turn's interesting. Um, Neither of us can play Calamity. That's
Nope.
kind of a thing going on.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Oh. That's kind of an interesting turn, though. Curses. That was
I
beautiful.
was gonna say, I wonder if I got the right one.
Yeah,
Looks like it did.
that was good. That should be game. I don't know if there's really that many ways I could come back from this, especially with the priority right now.
Yeah, I believe that should be game, but we'll see
Yeah.
if something randomly happens to cause me to not win here.
I mean,
I think I could. I mean, I could fear and call the Crusade, but that leaves you at one life.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. I mean, I don't know if you run repair or not in that list. I don't remember.
There might be one. It is whatever he has, whatever I
Yeah,
had. So
I can't remember if he has
yeah,
repair or not in there.
I can't remember anything about anything. So
If he does have repair, then fearing and calling is wrong. If he doesn't, then it's probably correct because I could probably just stall until I drew another torchbearer or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you did the right thing.
I mean, it's still possible there if you like wholesale slaughter. I could maybe lose the knight.
Yeah, low probability. That was fun though.
Yeah. You could
Um,
also lose the dragon off of it too, so you're
yeah. Although to be fair, losing the dragon in this deck isn't really that big a deal.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's no guarantee that I mean, I'm talking to you on Skype, but there's no guarantee in a different game that your opponent actually plays the knight that turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Demonic Presence is still sideboard in this because it's the exact Logad list, and I don't know. I don't know about that.
it's good against things like 3-Cov that
Yeah.
try and up resources and hang on to siphon
It's
structures.
really funny against combo.
Yeah, it's not good against Flame Dawn because
Doesn't do anything.
I'm okay with you giving me more cards.
Yeah.
That's, I'll just play up my hand and you give me more cards.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the sideboards. Repair might be okay in this deck, in this matchup, but I don't know if
I don't think running any more than two is correct, and that may even be
incorrect
too
because you
much.
really what you want is you want two live things out. You want to basically clear the board and then win the mid game.
Yeah, I mean, post Calamity, repair and then recycle repair can be helpful, so you don't die to things like Sacculous.
Yeah, but I need to recycle a calamity anyways.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how relevant it is.
Yeah.
I'm also not 100% on my sideboard here.
Yeah, same.
I think I do.
That's
Oh,
rough.
I think I do that.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I do that. I'm not sure whether or not to slide in the extra calamity and recycle against you or not. It is, I mean, if random wholesale shenanigans doesn't happen at the start of the match, I have a better early game.
yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily translate. I mean, I eventually lose mid game against that deck. It's just you will outscale me mid game without, unless I have like a wealthy noble, you don't, and then I have an awesome hand after that.
Yeah, this hand's really stupid, by the way. Like, not this. It's good, and it's better than I like to see things in this game be. So yeah, it's depressing in
I
general.
am all right with you killing your noble there.
Yeah, but I mean, I probably just have another one if I'm doing that play.
Yeah, most likely.
Um, you know, it's a magical world of this deck style. Oh, okay, that was good. That was the best thing that you could have definitely drawn that turn. That was fantastic for you. Let's see here. What else do we have?
Yeah, I'm all right with this now, just because you only have 3 cards in hand.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm definitely limiting my options. I pretty much have to do
yeah, I mean
specific things this turn.
you did have a pretty good start, but
Yeah, also didn't go quite in my favor, which is fine. It's the nature of the deck.
yeah. Well, and with 5 tokens out, it's
Yeah.
usually fairly likely for the
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention to priority.
yeah.
Was MB. That's fine. Life finds a way.
Lots of dead stuff.
Yeah. It's not that bad for you, though. Realistically speaking.
It's actually fine for me right now. Ultimately, I want things in my graveyard
Graveyard,
for
yeah,
this
long
matchup,
term.
so
Yep, I would agree with that.
like I kind of want to whittle in any early damage that I can. Um, the more that I can, the better. If I can't, well, it doesn't actually matter because I can randomly do 100 damage if I get enough stuff in my graveyard.
No, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No question. No question. Yeah, no, I mean the matchup is in your favor, but I figured it would be interesting to play. Hmm. All right. Well, you baited that out of me. Uh,
It wasn't intentional, it was just more that I didn't actually have anything relevant to play.
right. That's fair.
Ascension.
Yeah.
There it
Well,
is. There she
I
is.
gotta play it sooner or later.
I'm okay with Sooner.
Yeah. Well, it's because I'm mostly on a clock. If I don't, if I don't play enough cards early, like you win the late game no matter how, to look at this. There's just not enough AOE cards in the game for me to win the late game,
Yeah.
which is fine. Versus, uh, but I have the cycle going finally, so that'll help. Yeah, yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay. Remember the old mill list where you had 3 calamities in your deck?
Yeah, I do kinda.
Yeah, it was pretty silly. I mean, at this point, it's basically just my damage. Just my game is to try to out damage you.
Yeah.
I don't really see a more optimal strat than that. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. That was good. All right, could be a Saculus. Could be a Saculus. Could be a lot of things. Could just be another Fear Ferocity. I guess optimally, I just go for the tie. Um, I do hope that stream chat can hear the can hear.
Oh, both of us?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
not when I'm not talking, they can't, but
that's true. Got him. All right. Yeah.
if only I had drawn another stumble there.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's what I mean is that I'm mostly on a clock, and that I kind of have this kind of like there's a specific section where like I kind of own the field for like a very short period of time,
Yeah,
which
in
is
between like turn 7 and possibly 11. I do think I side in a second Calamity because that would have won me the game.
oh totally. No, I think Calamity's mostly in your favor. In situations where either of us play Calamity, like long term.
Yeah, I
The
feel
only
like
time it
having.
wouldn't be is like if I had rotation going and had a lot of cards in my hand. If I had like uncontrolled rift because
Hmm.
contained parallel rift, because I would even then it's still really in your favor, but I don't know. Hard to say. I could side in Grave Robs, but honestly, Grave Robs aren't like
I don't
what
think
I
it really
need
does anything
exactly.
to help you.
Yeah, I think it's like a common misconception with how Flamed on Sleeper works.
Um, I mean, it can potentially lower the damage by 10 on one
Yeah.
infested knight
The
attack.
quest
But
basically the question, which I say no, but the question is whether that grave rob draw is more valuable than anything else I could have drawn for winning
and
the game.
yeah, and whether that 2 resources couldn't be spent actually improving your board state in another way.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the only time it's actually going to matter is on a Fear Ferocity turn
Yeah,
where
exactly.
I had less than 10 damage off lethal or something, where you
Yeah.
actually managed to survive, or otherwise you would have died. Um,
Precisely.
and yeah, if that's not the case, it's not worth playing. And I don't think that situation comes up enough for that card to actually be something that you want to include.
I'm gonna test an interaction, and we're gonna see how that works. Okay, good.
It works.
You never know with that particular card. So it's like, well, of course it works that way, and it's like, uh huh. Certainly, of course.
Uh,
All
it doesn't
interaction
always.
works exactly as intended, 100% of the time, no question. Um, so yeah, this is
See, this is actually worse for you because I was able to get the early damage in. Like the last 2 games, I haven't been able to get the
oh no,
early
of
damage
course
in.
not. No,
But this
yeah,
game, I am.
it's fairly. This situation's fairly in your favor now. I'm just.
Oh, this turn should be the last turn I actually get to attack before you stabilize, I feel.
It's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of things that could still go on. Um, I guess that's optimal. No other place that like would have been what I wanted to have done to set up for not being attacked for the rest of the game. I don't like it, but all I could do. Um, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, no, in general, this is I got pretty fucked early. The no like really early wealthy draw I think hurts this matchup a lot.
Yeah.
May hurts every matchup, but wealthy draw against your deck in particular gives me um so much space for just doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're on such a low life total early on. Like, if that's what happens, if I actually get to attack like that,
Hmm.
it's very hard for you to come back.
Yeah, but like wealthy draw into like wholesale slaughter is just stupidly good. Um, hmm. Nah, I don't think I can win this without going random, so I'm gonna have to go random.
Spontaneous. Wrath.
Shit, I don't even run spontaneous in this. Um, Perfect. I think that's about it. That should be the game. But we'll see what happens as I play things out.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Um, that I win this.
Yeah. If not this turn, then the next turn.
No, I don't win this turn.
Exactly.
Um, I'm not even necessarily sure I win next turn, but
Well, yeah, to be fair, dissension as
and
well.
on 4 life, I don't think there's a way you come back and win this game.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's the issue in a nutshell. Um, that's fine. 4 Agent Coil Alpha 1 did not get to be silly, but he's actually not a terrible turn 1 draw on this. Not the absolute worst thing you can draw turn 1. It's not like an amazing card, exactly, but not the absolute worst card I can draw.
I mean, at this point, it's going to look like I start slow rolling just because I'm looking for a surefire way to win the game, basically.
Well, because you're sane and you don't make bad plays,
Yeah.
generally.
Well, and that actually will give me enough that I can just win now with the Saculus in my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Other than that, I had the Fear, Ferocity, Infested Knight combo since like turn 3 in hand.
Yeah. I could have
And
only kept the Saculus there for that long, for so long.
yeah, so I was I was just going to wait for a turn to where I felt like you wouldn't have the RNG to actually just be able to randomly wholesale it or something.
Oh man. Oh shit! I left that stream delay on for ranked, so whatever. Not a huge deal, but I did. That was fun though.
Yeah. I actually have to run to the bathroom really quick before we do another, and
Yeah,
then I
it's
can
fine.
probably just do one more before I have to head
Passing
to
out.
bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
so I will be right back.
All right. Well, I don't know which one of us is too quiet, so I'm just gonna turn up Merlin to 100%, and we'll see how that plays out. Or maybe it's me. It's probably me. I don't know. If it's the person saying me that's too quiet, then you know. Alright, I'll switch to something else. I could play um, the same deck and we could have a mirror. I'm looking for more, you know, games that are more interesting for people to watch. Well, I guess a mirror could be cool. That could be interesting. Nah. That could also be interesting. That deck. I don't know what to say to that deck, but
Alrighty, I am back.
I could play a really, really funny deck that has a very low chance of winning against that one, but it would be funny to
Uh-oh.
watch. What's up?
Uh-oh. I'm here, but where's Sakuya?
I'm here. I'm talking. See here. I think Merlin turned down his volume. I'll send him a message.
Oh, turn on my volume?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was the problem.
Hey, what's up?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Like I said, I could play something really silly that would have no chance against your deck at all, but it would be funny, or I could play something more serious.
I don't know, play whatever you want. Probably something more serious.
You sure? Alright.
Just because whoever the like two people are who are watching probably want to see something more
For the
serious.
record, it was Mega Unit 02.
Oh, yeah, don't
Like
don't
the old style with
don't
the Evilly.
don't play that.
Yeah. Be funny.
Nah, no, it wouldn't.
Are you not a fan of comedy?
It wouldn't be funny.
Oh man. There's unexpected plays from Genesis. Why are you playing from command? This is, I don't know. Come here. Secret Saki drops.
I drew a turn to Wealthy Noble, so
That's fine.
no, it's not. It was turn two. It's not fine.
Like in the grand scheme of things, who really cares? Not this guy. Versus.
Value Kali.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you know, my plan is just build board presence and then just Lucas swing over and over. That's the only thing this deck has. Yeah. I would have been really scared if you would have thrown Noble Protector in there. I was mostly banking
Yeah,
on you not doing that.
that would have been pretty good if I had done that.
Yeah,
I regret not having done that now.
yeah. Because you had another one.
It, in fact, seems kind of silly that I didn't now that you
Yeah.
pointed that out, so thanks for making me feel silly.
It's fine. It's what I'm here for. That's all I do. I make everyone on the ladder feel silly when they lose to, like, whatever I happen to pick that particular day. Oh, God. Curses. Yeah, that's fine. This is the only real value target I could have CTA'd, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. I could have held on to the CTA for specifically the Shikana. That would have been optimal, but it's fine. It's fine.
The question here.
Oh, there's so many things you can do this turn. You got options, man.
But which one of them do I want to do?
It's a shame that Shikana isn't artificial, so I can mess with it.
Which one to do? What is the most optimal line?
Yeah, you did it. That's good. No, obviously I didn't want to play Luca that soon, but I mean, options.
Yeah.
Then from here on out, you know exactly what I want to do, so. That's about it. Yeah. That's about it.
Let's see how this goes.
Out of curiosity,
Wrong one.
I was gonna say, yeah. Were you basically just banking on me not going ham, or what?
No, I thought I could survive with just a little bit of life there.
Eh.
Because all-inning would not have gotten me a draw, I felt. I felt like you could block with just enough that it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I agree. I could have. I just wanted to, based on that, just go straight for the all-in, with the
Yeah.
exception of Luca, who I figured that Um, you know what is interesting, by the way? I threw, and this is just because I'm, sporting chap. I threw Zombie Gone into this, and I'm curious as to your thoughts on Zombie Gone currently as a sideboard against your current deck, as a 2-cost ability.
Um, it's solid.
Yeah.
I think the issue is you're primarily going to be targeting Evolving Parasite with it, which is going to come out in the first few turns, so you're only going to be getting a 1-for-1 typically. Um, Other than that, you're targeting Overwhelming Dead tokens, which you'll probably just kill 3 tokens.
Hmm.
Um,
It's just an interesting thought, especially in the context of, like, I can't CTA a bunch of tactical retreated
yeah,
tokens, but I can Zombie Gone them.
I mean, you're never going to hit an Infested Knight because it's only ever going to attack one time,
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not
basically.
there for that, no.
Um, so, I mean, it can be a very viable target for the Evolving Parasite because the Evolving Parasite can be a big problem.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I was pretty proud of the laser cannon situation last game, to be perfectly honest. I was like, oh, I'm glad that played out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, it was a solid play.
Um, Although, to be fair, I couldn't really come up with anything else that would have helped me as much as that. Okay.
So for sure, you were going to go for the block there.
Yeah.
I got a man mode.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're both kind of tired, so we're both probably making decisions that are decisions.
I just forgot that you always man mode, always, like regardless of anything
Yeah,
else.
it's funny. We don't run into into each other in ranked all that much, in like the grand scheme of things, really. We don't, and there's definitely something to that. Like both of us not really being that used to each other's playstyle.
I mean, I should be used to it by now.
Yeah, well,
But like, there's people I can call like 100% of the time. You're not one of them yet, I
not
guess.
yet. No, not yet. But I'm sure that'll come. The reason that I'm not really that scared of Evolving Parasite is kind of what just happened. It's like really, really, really scary, kind of, but it's kind of a weird card.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, I don't quite know how to describe it, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, if I hit the right thing with it, it's horrifying. But
Yeah,
if I
and you
hit the
did
wrong
take a
thing with it,
lot of power away from me for the record that turn. Like that's a lot of power.
well,
I'm not
I
getting
was
back.
happy with getting either the drone or the splitter bot. Like a big part of it isn't necessarily what I get out of it; it's
What I
what you
lose, yeah,
lose.
I would agree with that.
As long as I didn't get the drone, I was happy.
Yeah,
Um, if I got the splitter bot or the support drone, either one of those, I was fine with.
yeah. I basically just questioned the value of that zombie gun because I took away I took away 3/5 of a 4-cost ability. Um, Reactively though.
Yeah, well,
So
that's what I was saying is that I'm not sure
yeah, it's hard to
how
say.
useful it is.
It is really
Um,
hard to say.
it might be. It might be very good. I'm not sure though. Like if it's not targeting evolving parasite, the only other thing it's hitting is probably overwhelming dead tokens.
Yeah,
Pew pew.
yeah. I think that's most of our plan at this point is pew pew and all in. Uh, yes. Yeah, I would say that's the smartest. Alright. I think that's about it. We are committed.
Yep, seems decent.
The that scouting draw is so fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was thinking about blocking that turn, and then I was like, if he has the Lucas, I don't think it matters.
Yeah. I mean
So I
that's
didn't.
that's why I was thinking about just trolling ranked with triple Genesis because
Yeah.
it's so hard to like come up with counterplay. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna mass death, and it's like, okay, I lose scouting bots. I can literally sideboard 3 gather thoughts. It's not like Genesis actually loses morale outside of splitter robots.
Those are actually fast enough. That was actually fast enough. I can do another one of those, I think.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're up for it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll just like highlight the whole thing.
You
Oh shit!
can,
I gotta pick it.
I mean, you can
Oh,
even do that same deck again if you want.
are you sure? I was gonna pick a different one.
Yeah, I'm doing a different one, so.
But yeah, no. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm up for this. It's interesting. Okay. Alright.
This is interesting. I actually can't keep this hand. This is a hand I can keep. I'm okay with
Oh
this.
no.
This is actually, I'm fine with
this,
this matchup.
this is quite strange. My hand is. Ugh, I don't even. My hand disgusts me.
I'm even more fine because you threw out a wealthy noble on turn one.
Yeah, well,
So
I
I'm
mean,
okay with that.
what do you think I'm gonna do in this deck?
I don't care what you do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I
That's
mean, that
that's the
is
only thing
the
that
nature of a
matters.
combo deck.
What I'm gonna do is the only thing that matters.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's fine. Yep, and there's that. Yeah, that's a little painful, certainly. I really don't have enough experience playing against these kinds of decks. I'll just say that right now. Like, in general, you know.
Hmm.
Not enough. I like them, though. They're cool.
It's a fun deck.
I understand that you're like, oh, it's not fun to play against, and it's like, yeah, but when have I ever cared about, you know?
I think it's fun to play against.
Yeah. Eh, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not always fun to play against, I suppose, but
Eh, it's alright.
um, hmm,
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those turns.
hmm. I think that's optimal either way. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of morale loss. Putting me on a clock, you know.
Yeah.
Keeps me away from that dreaded resource point for one more turn. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff about it. I would argue. Really?
It's hard to sack the subjugated dragon without the demon. And that also resets the stats one turn before you can play it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No, it wasn't a bad play to make. Just interesting. Um, like trying to figure out what your hand is and stuff. Definitely interesting. Yeah, I missed that. That was painful, certainly. I did fall for that. Uh,
And the thing with all your demons is they have 4 morale.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. I mean, I understand what you did there. I'm just saying that. Yeah, I did definitely fall for that. Um,
And I threw the kidnapper out just in case Calamity.
yeah, no, no. I mean, you did the right thing.
Hmm.
No, no fear, man. Fuck. I can't press a
Hmm.
button to get all my morale back.
Hmm.
You know how that is. I am on a clock.
I heard a lot of clicks. I feel like a siphon structure is coming my way.
Maybe. Maybe I just did that to fucking mind game. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think hearing the clicks is gonna mind game me there.
Yeah,
I mean, I've already ended my turn, so I'm just waiting for you to finish.
yeah. No, that's fair.
I don't think whatever you're doing changes my play here, honestly. My play is the same. That's
Yeah.
just what my play is.
Um. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know what I'm going for now.
Yep.
No question there.
Now I hear the clicks.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, what else can I do, though? I mean,
Well, the question is whether or not you actually risk losing the demons, because you know I don't have W on She's Wrath, because I would have done it already if I did.
well, see, I could Calamity this turn, and it would solve a lot of my problems.
That it would, but I heard the
But
clicks, so you're not.
but but the clock, man. The clock is how I win so many of my games. I'm not saying that the clock isn't the smartest way to play or whatever, but
And you did Calamity.
yeah, but the what I mean by the clock, and I know you know all of these things, is that if I don't play aggressively, wait, 12, 6. The most I could have done to you that turn was 18, so I wouldn't have won.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was counting on. I mean, you
Yeah,
could have Dark Blasted and All In, but that risked losing to another Mass Death or something.
yeah. But the clock is just people just do not play aggressively enough in this game in the slightest. Like they don't play remotely close to as aggressively as they should. Not you, but you know what I mean. The average player.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Um, like it's when people are like, oh, my deck that is focused on getting a bunch of 35/35s out isn't doing well in ranked, and it's like, yeah.
You think?
I don't think I'll sideboard anything for this. I actually didn't mind that at all. That was really close. Like that was a turn, so I like that.
Yeah, I actually sideboard in additional repairs.
Yeah. I was thinking about putting in the field engineers just to fuck with you.
It doesn't hurt me at all.
I know it doesn't hurt your
It
game
just
plan in
puts
the
it,
slightest.
yeah, it just puts additional morale on the board.
Yeah. I don't know. The field engineer pick from Magnus. I respect a lot of what Magnus did with this deck, but I mean,
I don't respect that he has 50 cards
field.
in it.
No, certainly not. But
The rest of it
Um,
seems like it could be okay, but
yeah,
50
it's nothing. I'll
points.
say it's nothing that people weren't running in previous seasons. No offense to them, but like the entire style of the deck is like the you were you around for Subjugated Dragon 2, and then you would have the acolyte sacrifice person in command.
Maybe.
Like the whole idea was that you
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
turn 3 dragon and then
Yeah.
turn 4 dragon.
Um, yes, I was around for that. And
Um,
it was really gimmicky because if you didn't draw Dark Wish, then you lost the game.
yeah, yeah. Whereas this design is just Dark Wish is one of the win cons.
Um,
Like if you get it, you can win very early, and if you don't get it, you haven't 100% lost the game.
if he had actually wanted to make the deck that he made extremely consistent, he could have put in 3 Dark Visions and 3 Dark Wishes and the double subjugated dragon.
Yeah, I was thinking about throwing Dark Visions in here. I don't know if it needs it. Again, it's one of those number things. It's
Um,
really hard to say because like if you draw Dark Vision that early and it's like, oh, I have this dragon, it's amazing, and it's like, yes, and Subjugated Dragon is such a good card, but there are ways that Flame Dawn and
yeah,
Genocide cannot care about Subjugated Dragon, and you're also, hear me out, the play that's amazing in this, in my opinion, one of my favorites after getting Subjugated Dragon out, is you overcharge Storm for everything in your fucking hand. Like as
mm,
much as you need, and Dark Vision does actually remove cards from your hand, which is something I think a lot of people forget about. Like Mass Death, you can Paladin through. But Overcharge Storm, you can reposition any characters you have out. Like, let's say I had a bunch of Thralls out, and then just chuck Subjugated Dragon in. I can even Word of Command Subjugated Dragon uh, if I need to avoid it. I don't know. Overcharge Storm feels really good. The timing that it comes in at and everything.
yeah, it's not a bad card at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Most of this is just us removing our like insta-win conditions of Rebel Golem and Subjugated Dragon ASAP. I would say, like the early game. Then after that, it becomes a much more interesting game. Curses. Like I would say, from here on out, it becomes a much more interesting game.
Yeah. Although that was a fairly big morale hit you just took.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No question. But I mean, there are only so many ways I can avoid things.
Yeah.
I could stop attacking, but where's
Uh,
the fun in that?
yeah, somehow I don't think not attacking is what you want to do to win this game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I mean about the whole timer thing, is that people play so slowly. It boggles my mind that they don't see that, like, the objective is to make your opponent run out of health or morale. There is no other objective. Well, there's all win conditions, but you know what I mean. I mean, the game can't
I know
necessarily be.
exactly
Yeah,
what you mean.
you get that. I'm simplifying things, but you're following. I actually could have played better last turn, but oh well. Certain things I shouldn't discard, obviously, in certain matchups. But I'll survive somehow. Where I won't, and I'll lose. But. Okay, alright.
If I draw balance,
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Alright. I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess we're both in a scary spot right now.
yeah, I mean I can't be too complacent here.
Um,
I have very low life. I'm actually in more danger than you are.
yeah, because like I
Although
could.
this is now the safest I've been all game, I suppose.
Yeah. I think I. Well. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Yeah. All right.
Playing the wealthy noble there
Well, I mean, what is that? What could
is
that possibly be?
kind of risky.
What could it mean that I play a wealthy noble on a turn that I also need to play a mass death?
I mean, I see that.
I mean, basically the only option that I could think of was if you draw balance, I'm gonna take 80 damage, and that's way too much in the matchup, you know. And if I paid for resources that turn and took 80 damage, depending upon what you sideboard into the deck and what you
Yeah.
have, yeah. So my only option was to get enough resources for Calamity, um, so that I would guaranteed have to use it next, be able to use it next turn, unless you use Desolation. You're a crazy person. Um, yeah. There are perhaps better things I could do, but that's like, I was just like, I just want to clear the board. Um, in
I mean, it,
general.
it kind of puts you in a little bit of a tricky spot now, though, too, just because I've had time to repair a little bit.
Yeah, but this deck still has ways to do damage.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so funny. I have the Western battle. I guess you can see it. The Western Front battlefield now, and so I keep accidentally clicking the cannons, and I really want to turn up my game volume to be like obnoxiously loud. So that when people when people watch my stream, if I'm like about to win a game, I just start clicking on it like crazy because it bugs out and it just fires off like a million times. It's great. You know, word of command me. Is that what you're gonna do?
I
Okay.
was wondering if you were going to word of command yourself,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. I've been known to. This is good though. I wouldn't be surprised if you won both of these.
We'll see. It's
Still close,
I've I've played two of my demoralizes now, which actually, if you don't play any creatures, makes it much harder for me to actually win from here.
but yeah. Do you sideboard in Sinister?
No. I
No.
sideboard in Misery Stone potentially,
Yeah.
which is, people don't think that's a card in this game, but, it can work.
Yeah. Adora had a deck based around that last I checked.
Well, I mean, I I don't side in against your deck, because I side out the Jinhai ambushes. But when I side against decks where I side an additional Jinhai ambush, I also side in a single copy of Misery Stone.
Yeah.
Um, because it's, really good when you're attacking with multiple tokens with a Lingbao's Will on top of it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They just keep coming. Where do they come from?
Now it's a lot closer.
Yeah. Well, you haven't really given me the time to set anything up. You know.
Well, I'm trying not to. If I give you the time, I'm just going to lose.
Yeah. So many nobles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, what else do I have? Um, I'm pretty down to the wire right now, surprisingly. Because I clearly don't have enough to Yeah, that's it. Basically, the only other option I was thinking was Kidnapper that turn, but the clock, man, it's awful. But yeah, no, that's fine. That's a matchup that I'm not particularly good at. Not one that's not necessarily in my favor, but one that I just, as a player, am not that good at.
I'm not sure who that matchup is supposed to favor, to be honest. That deck, the balanced Golem deck, is a very strange animal. I'm not sure if it actually has any really bad matchups.
It's kind of a combo deck in its own way.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of different things it can do.
Let me look up my list
If
and see where
you
I put it.
if you're complacent with it and you just attack headlong, they can stall out a little
Yeah,
bit and
yeah.
then
The
just
turn where I
balance a
attacked,
golem and win.
the turn where I attacked with the thrall into Ling Bao
Yeah,
was another 9 morale that I would have had at the end of the game.
yeah.
So that's fair. I would say it's, assuming proper play, it's probably 60-40 in Triple Brewer's favor. I personally think. I think that Triple Veror, in at least in the way that I play it with 3 Annihilates and 3 Dark Wish, has so many tools for removal, and so many ways to get to Calamity, that I'm not too worried about losing to it by life, at least not statistically, you know. And for morale, I feel as though it's more of like, if I would just play more conservatively, long term I'd have the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the hardest matchup for that deck.
Yeah, so it
Um,
might actually be worse than 60-40.
yeah, I'm playing a really early version of this deck too. I'm playing Alara's originalist right now. She actually put two Siphon Structures mainboard and a third in the side just for that.
It's important
Um,
in this matchup.
it can keep because A, it keeps you alive where otherwise you would die, and B, you can actually win on life if you early balance a Rubble Golem,
Yeah.
and swing in for 30
The
damage
clock, man, that's what I
ish.
mean. It's not efficient in terms of a long term play, but it's efficient if it gets them below 100 before you go.
Yeah, where you can
Yeah.
actually then Siphon Bomb later in the game and win.
The power of the clock, man. If you just get that much damage in early, you win.
Yeah, and the repairs are a really big deal in that matchup as well.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I think that if I'd play more conservatively, or if you get what I'm saying. I think for
Yeah.
optimal play, I think that at least my list. Have you seen the Triple Veror? It's not terrible. It could be better. I could have Acolyte at the altar in there somewhere, but
I'm not
um,
sure I've seen that exact list
hold on.
necessarily.
I'll just send it so you know what was going on in it. Unless you're passing out, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, just send it to me in the one of the Skype chats and I'll check it out tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
not, I mean, it's 2 a.m.
No, exactly. I'm passing out too. I just figured that the world deserved some Merlin Soccer because I don't think that I'm as good as you or Helios, but I'd say that Logat and I are definitely right below what you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, you're some of the more, I mean, neither one of you is really playing ranked right now, but in ranked, you're some of the players I'm more scared of than other players.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I'd say that there's probably players between you and Helios and me and Logad, even though the odd thing is, for whatever reason, and yes, tournaments have a lot of RNG in terms of matchups, and tournaments have a whole lot of problems. But I will say that for whatever reason, Logad and I have done well in every single tournament that he and I have both been in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, out of the four of us, I'm the only one who has not made a prize placement yet in one of those Saturday tournaments.
Yeah.
And
And
every
even in the gold tournament way back when, we were both in top eight.
mm,
I think they actually got higher than me, or maybe we tied or something. I don't know, but I
uh,
think that I want to say they got higher than me. Anyways, get to sleep if you need to. But this was fun, and we should do this more when we're both not clearly passing out and like half dead.
yeah, I mean, I'll be around tomorrow and stuff, but I'm not
Yeah.
staying up until 2 a.m. tomorrow. So,
No, of course not. Yeah.
um,
All right.
but
This
uh,
is fun though.
yeah, I'm still speculating on what deck I'm going to end up playing in ranked next. It may ultimately
Keep in
be.
mind you're on stream,
Oh
so
no, I know. I don't care if
yeah.
people hear.
Okay, let's go.
Whatever list I end up playing, it's going to be changed around, and people won't actually know what's in the list.
Plus, you'll be better with the list than they will be with the list. So
Well, not necessarily, but we can hope.
we can make educated guesses on that.
Yeah. It's because I know which way the meta is shifting right now. Flame Dawn Sleepers is going to be a thing, as well as Genocide, so I'm going to need a list that can be both of those. Um,
And obviously, Flamebound Sleeper can be genocide, but that's not the
yeah.
best way to solve the situation. Because eventually you start running into people who can 50-50 you with Flamebound Sleeper if they are willing to
Well,
actually
and
play the game.
just RNG in the mirror. See, the issue is it doesn't have to be 50-50 for me. Like, even if I'm only winning 70% of my games
Then
in
you
the
go
mirror
down
match,
ranked, yeah.
I will
Yeah, we had
lose
that
rank.
conversation, yeah.
Um, so I can lose off of bad hands, noble draws, things like that, and
Yeah,
only have a 70% win rate in the mirror match against other good players playing the same deck.
yeah,
And that's not good enough for me. So, in order to just to maintain my rank, so I need to actually be playing something that beats it 80 to 90% of the time.
yeah.
And that thing might be balanced golems,
It's fun.
or it might
Um,
be something completely different. See, I have the advantage too that I've been playing that deck for like 4 weeks, and I already know what it struggles against, and everyone else has to learn it now.
yeah. I don't think that it has a good matchup against at least the way that I was playing Triple Roar that match. Like just because I lost like 0-2 or I
But
lost 2-0 to it doesn't mean that it's a bad matchup. I don't think at all.
yeah, the thing though is that no one's playing Triple Roar spell based right now in ranked. People are playing Triple Roar creatures.
Yes, which will
Um,
fall to that.
yeah, so if they have to play creatures to win, then they have morale on the board. So it's not necessarily a bad matchup for that. I don't know that this is the deck I'm going to run yet or not, though. I can probably get away with running Flame Dawn Sleepers for another day or two before there's too many people for me to get away with it anymore.
Yeah. No, well, now I feel bad. Even though I did come up with almost an identical list to yours, I still feel bad for releasing it.
No, no, it's fine because I was going to release it in a couple days anyway. Because after that point, it doesn't matter. Once it reaches a saturation limit where you've played a deck for X amount of time, X amount of games in ranked, and enough people have seen the deck, um, or just seen you play it and seen enough of the cards in it that they decide, oh, hey, he's been doing pretty good with it. I'm going to probably run it too. And between that person and all of the other people that I've been playing, they can produce a pretty close facsimile of the list and just play it. And it might not be 100% my list or not, but after 3 or 4 days, everyone has it optimized and is playing it anyway.
Yeah.
Um, which we were very close to that point, so I was going to be releasing the list anyway.
Right. Okay.
Um,
That's fair. Oh,
Prozac is playing it now. Hearthue is playing it.
you
Um,
know who I almost lost to? Sully. I didn't lose to them, but I almost lost to them.
I haven't actually played Suli yet.
It was one of those where I did one of my all-in turns, which of course I do all the time,
Surprise
and
defense.
yeah, and I didn't lose, but it put Veror in a position where it's like, oh no, I lost all my characters. I guess I'll have to win anyways. So
Spuzum, I know you're not going to hear this for another 3 minutes, but the two Flame Dawn sleeper stack is posted.
it's on the internet somewhere.
So if you look for it, you might be able to find it.
That's true, I guess. Like people don't. That's true.
I'll actually,
That's basically all I have to say.
I'm actually just gonna find it and link it for him.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. He'll get the link, the stuff right away. Yeah.
Hold on. It's actually hard for me to find it now. Could you actually just relink it because it's easier for you to find it than it is for
Yeah, yeah. I was just following your lead.
me?
Do you want me to link him the one without holding down?
That seems like a mean joke to play.
Hey, I haven't lost a game in rank with it, so I mean,
Yeah, but it's clearly not as good as running the one with the nobles.
well, you know. All right. But yeah, I think I linked the right one. If not, I mean, people can just check my profile. I'm not saying I've made any of these decks too. Like, I need to put.
Um,
your name on this shit.
Spasm again. If you haven't, I mean, you won't hear this for another 3 minutes, but
Because I'm an idiot.
it's not. It wasn't. It was kind of secret, but Sakuya, Logad, and Helios have had this list for like 2 weeks now
The,
because
oh, did
I gave it to them shortly after I started playing it.
I posted this that was, I guess I can send this to you too. This isn't meant to be an optimized hermit list at all, but one of the things I put on my profile was just a hermit list to be like, this is how this works for beginners.
Mm.
It's like one that I think a beginner can play.
Logad and Helios both have some pretty good hermit lists. My hermit list is not up to date.
Yeah.
I
Basically,
have,
I just went with Caretaker and then just low drops and 3 Fight, 3 Primal Rage, 3 Pack Hunt, 3 Eucalyptus, 3 Sideboard Stampede. And, it was,
yeah, I stopped caring about it when genocide started being the thing because it loses to genocide. So why would I play hermit?
yeah.
And with Flame Dawn Sleepers, it kind of loses to that too more often than it wins. So it's still, why would I play it? And against balanced golems, it would lose more than it wins. So I don't think it's the thing to play right now.
No.
It's very solid as a deck with what
Yeah.
it does, but it's just not where it needs to be right now for the metagame as a
It is so weird like that too, in that like it absolutely crushes like anything else except for the decks that happen to be popular in the meta right now, which is everything, but you know what I mean. Like, if you take a non meta deck against Hermit, it'll get crushed just as fast as taking it against Flame Dawn or taking it against Brewer. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it has all of the attributes of like, oh, this is a high level deck that can do so much stuff and does so much damage so quickly. It just struggles against like every relevant matchup.
I'm not sure I agree with main board Protector of the Dead and Hermit. I'm looking at your example list right now.
Yeah. Well, I figured that it was basically to show it was to show how Protector of the Dead worked in Warpath for beginners.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it's like necessary in every matchup. No.
I actually had 3 Lightning Blasts in mine as well. This was back when Hermit was popular because the ability to snipe an enemy's Hermit was so crucial.
Oh, and the Hermit Mirror, yes.
Yeah.
It's not even sniping the Hermit, but sniping him that early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after turn 2, both players' Hermits take damage as fast as Athletic can buff them. If they're both activating them, it's 4 damage per turn.
Yeah.
Um,
Like killing him with that as opposed to killing him with Kidnapper, which is also amazing.
yeah.
But
Well, you don't have Kidnapper in this list either, so.
well, I think I put it in sideboard.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
Uh,
But again, this isn't intended to be optimal. I was just like, have I hit like all of the core? I was just trying to think, did I miss anything for a beginner to play Hermit? I'll put like an actual good Hermit deck on here eventually. I just threw this one together.
does it really look the same as your Spasm? Because some of the numbers are extremely important, and it took me a very long time to work out. Like, it only has 2 fears and 2 ferocities,
Yeah, there's key numbers.
and it has 1 eye rule, which is important.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone thought to have mainboard eye rule tech
Um.
as a one of. I mean, it's not correct to run any more than one of it because it's just a dead draw so many times. But
Yeah, I do know that I was aware of the Rule Shikana interaction. I don't know if that was enough for me to. I know I had it in sideboard. I can't say that with my original version before you released your lists. I can't say with confidence that it was in my main board, but I did have one in sideboard.
yeah, well, I mean, people, not you. I'm not counting you because you know how to build decks.
Okay.
Most people don't know how
But
to build
I'm
decks.
yeah. In terms of like, but in terms of like honest mistakes, I can say I don't. I I want to say I don't think I had it in main board. I think I had one in sideboard, and then I moved it to main after your list.
Um, I had actually thought on my other account I actually had 3 sideboard and none mainboard, but I don't actually think that's correct. Just because if you ever end up with 2 of them in your hand, it's really really bad, and if you end up with it in your hand without Shikana in the wrong kind of board state, it's really bad. So
Yeah.
it's not something you want a lot of.
The I will say the I rule Martyr Golem interaction is still hilarious. Although there's very rarely situations where you can utilize that.
Yeah, it can be pretty good. Yeah, 3GI beats Hermit. A lot of things beat Hermit.
Uh, but you know what I mean about it having all the trappings of like a top tier deck. It's just
It's very functional in and of itself. It just can't deal with the meta right now, so
yeah, like when you measure it up against like yeah, it's just odd. It's odd. I want to just move it off of S tier completely.
yeah, it was really good when Order first started, but that's because people didn't know.
You know, Logad's been arguing this for like 2 weeks now, right? At least 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I know he's smarter than we are. So,
Um,
on the perfect draw, Hermit beats GI. I don't know that I agree with that.
but no,
Um,
Logad has been saying. He was probably saying it like when Hermit hit. Was it's like, oh yeah, Hermit's good. It's just not top tier.
yeah, and I mean, I was saying that last season. Everyone was saying Hermit beats Flame Dawn, and I said, no, no, it really doesn't. And now, at the start of the season, yeah, I would have agreed with that, but right now the only Flame Dawn list that matters is Flame Dawn Sleepers, and it doesn't actually beat that, so.
Yeah. Um, where's Kegbot? I want to get Kegbot into top 10 at some point. Because he can do it. He's the magic player, or one of the magic players I was telling you about that stopped and then started playing again, you know. I don't think he's in top 100 yet. I guess I'll have to check my friends
Turn
list.
5 Stampede seems really bad because it only does 20 damage.
Yeah. Um, I guess
Even
in the
if,
right context, you'd have
I mean,
Passing
even with,
out.
like, in order to get to the point where you're going to turn 5 Stampede against 3 GI, you have to have Untapped Wilderness and Brings Life by Passing in play, or 2 Brings Life by Passings in play, which means you've
Uh,
missed at least 2 turns of actual board presence against 3 GI, which means if they had a nuts draw with, like, already they're hitting you for 11 damage on turn 2, potentially more on turn 3 if you're not blocking, and then turn 4. Like if you play Brings Life turn 2, Brings Life turn 3, or Untap turn 3, um, you haven't blocked, so you've probably taken 30 damage. And sure, then you can turn 5 Stampede, but you're still losing. So,
yeah. And like I said, sorry for leaving the delay on it. Just I wasn't paying attention when I started the stream. Also, I need to motivate Kegbot. Apparently, he only has 1,122 points right now. So I guess he got lazy. Like he's playing ranked. He's just also doing other stuff. And
yeah,
I need to
well, there's
motivate
not
him.
really any rush.
No, there isn't. He's
That's
playing triple flame dawn last I checked. Although when I showed him genocide, he was like, oh. Like when he started playing that list, he was like, I'm probably switching to this, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the worst thing that you could be picking right now.
yeah. Um, I have to put some thought into what I'm switching to, or what I'll be
I
playing next.
for the record, if you do switch to balance, I'm okay with that for two reasons. One, because I'll probably be playing triple for and it's a fun matchup, and two, because like I said, I think it's in my favor, assuming good plays from both sides.
There is another deck that I have.
Triple
There,
exile.
no, there is a deck that I have
As long as it's not double overseer,
that
flame dawn.
Helios made me promise
Yeah, it's fine. Don't
not
say
to
it then.
play. No, not. He didn't make me promise not to say anything about it. He does not want it to be. If I play it, it will catch on. It will become the meta because it is an extremely powerful deck.
Okay.
Um, Potentially. I mean, I haven't played it in ranked yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that based on that description, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it will be atrocious for the actual health of the game because it will feel horrible to play against, basically. So he does not want me to play it. And I
Okay.
told him I wouldn't, but I may end up playing it eventually anyway.
No shame in that to maintain rank 1. I mean, seriously.
Um, I want to put off playing it as long as I can though, because
I'm trying to think of what would be that toxic,
I
because
don't
you
want to
don't.
play against it either.
I would imagine that you don't have a problem with any of the decks that I've or Logat or Helios has played outside of that one, so that eliminates a lot. That's like that. There's no Wall of the Dead decks. There's no.
Yeah, I actually don't. I'll show you what it is. I don't want to do it on stream though because
No, of course not.
obvious reasons.
No, I'm just running through my head. I won't say any more, but I'm just like, what could it possibly be?
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's
It's not. It's not like Genesis Mad Monk buffs.
yeah, I doubt I'll play it until after the next patch, whenever that ends up being. I don't
Let me
know
check.
what's going to be in the next patch or not, but if I do, oh, here it is. I don't know why I didn't see it before. It says it's illegal for some reason.
Not allowed.
That's why I missed it
Yeah.
the first couple times.
It's not any triple purity tribals. I
Um,
don't fucking know.
oh, it's because I traded one of my premium cards that was in
Oh, I got it. It's a Dorabear's flamed on aspirant deck.
it. That would be funny, but no.
Yeah. You found a way to, get it efficient with Noble Protector and shit. Oh, man.
It's just something that would feel really, really bad to actually ever play against.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I don't know, but I suspect it will get better in the next patch because there's currently some issues with some of the cards in it that I feel like will get fixed.
Oh, so it's something really creative. Okay. That narrows it down to something that I'm absolutely not thinking of. Um, okay, that's fine. I'm almost positive I don't know what the deck is then. Like, if you name it, I will be like, yeah, I didn't think of
Yeah,
that,
the name of it is Fuck the Meta right now, so
Yeah, I'm just saying,
it's
based on that description, I'm almost positive I have no idea what it is. You know
yeah.
me, I'll be honest.
I'll give you a list before I ever start playing it. I don't know if I ever will, but we'll see which way the game goes.
This is like when the game discovered the toxic deck back in when he was on the test server or whatever, and he was like, I hope that no one ever plays this.
Yeah,
The
I may end up playing this just to maintain rank one. My goal actually this season, and I don't know if it's something I can do or not, but
Oh, it's
Adore.
not Shrine because people are already playing that.
No,
Anyways,
it's
keep going. Yeah.
I don't want to play Shrine anyway. Um,
It's like, I don't know, Shrine is like innervating Locket V or something.
yeah.
Just something that is absolutely not concerned with what their opponents. It's funny. It's
Well,
funny.
to put it this way, for just based on the health of the game and everything,
Yeah.
it would feel like Mill last season. The deck has exactly three creatures outside of the command zone, and they are all wealthy noble. So the entire rest of the deck is abilities and other things. So it basically runs no creatures at all. So it's one of those kind of decks where it just won't feel good to play against at all.
And it's just fascinating then because it's not. It might be purities I've mentioned, but it's not like the current styles of like obvious spell-based decks. Then that narrows down a lot. That removes a lot of possibilities. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream because I don't want you to reveal it if Helios didn't want you to reveal it.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Um,
reveal it on stream, and I need to go to sleep anyway
yeah,
because
exactly. So you get to sleep. You get to sleep.
it's
You've
early.
been
It's no longer
you've
late. It's early.
I know. Yeah, it's funny how it's like, okay, we're gonna play 2 games and then call it quits. 3 games, call it quits. Okay, we're gonna
Three
do another
games, then
game.
talk for an hour, and then we'll
AM.
call it quits.
Yeah, this happens a lot. This happens on Arma a lot too. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the stream. So thanks everyone. You'll see this in 3 minutes because I was retarded and I left the delay on.
All right, good night, Sakuya. Good night, stream.